Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the confusing language of big business and turn it into plain English. Today we're diving into Simulations Plus into their latest financial update. And let's just say they've got some interesting news to share. Before we dig in, if you like getting clear, no-nonsense financial breakdowns, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Also, we have a fantastic Discord community where we discuss these filings further, linked right down in the description. So what's the big news from Simulations Plus? They've just released their results for the third quarter, and it seems like they're giving investors a peek into how things are going. This report is a bit of a snapshot, focusing on their recent financial performance and also touching on some important investor updates. The key takeaway is they've announced their third quarter results and held an investor call to discuss them. Let's get straight to the heart of it, their financial results. Companies like Simulations Plus issue these reports to keep everyone informed about how they're doing financially. Think of it as a checkup for the company's health. Now, a big part of this filing is about communication. The company held a special investor conference call on July 14th. To go over their third quarter financial results. This is where management talks directly to shareholders and analysts, explaining the numbers and their outlook. We'll be looking at what was presented during that call. The substance of this report stems from a press release put out on July 14th. This is their official announcement of their financial performance for the quarter ending May 31st. It's designed to be a clear and concise summary of their earnings and key financial highlights from that period. And complementing that press release is a PowerPoint presentation. This visual aid is often used during investor calls to make the financial data easier to understand. It likely contains charts, graphs, and key figures that management uses to walk through their performance. Regarding forward-looking statements, now. It's super important to understand that these reports, and especially the presentations accompanying them, often contain what are called forward-looking statements. This means they're talking about what they expect or anticipate for the future. Words like anticipate for the future. Words like anticipators or five of risk and uncertainties they face. Maybe competition, maybe changes in the economy, or even issues within their own business. It's important to remember that these are educated guesses, not guaranteed outcomes. And they're also warning that a lot of things could change and make their predictions wrong. They're basically saying that real world results might be quite different from what they're hoping for, and that's due to a whole host of risks and uncertainties they face, maybe competition, maybe changes in the economy, or even issues within their own business. It's important to remember that these are educated guesses, not guaranteed outcomes. Finally, this section lists all the official documents that are part of this filing. Think of it as the table of contents for the exhibits. It includes the press release, the investor presentation, and even a special data file that's designed to be read by computers, which is pretty neat. Now, let's talk about what this means for Simulations Plus. Based on this filing, the key events here are the announcement of their third quarter, discuss them. While this filing doesn't contain detailed financial tables within it, it references the press release and presentation, which would hold those crucial numbers we usually look for. Typically, these types of reports on Form 8K are used to announce significant events. In this case, the significant event is their quarterly earnings announcement. When a company announces its financial results, investors and analysts pay close attention to a few key things. They want to know about revenue growth, if sales are up or down. They look at profitability, if the company is making more or less money after expenses. And they examine any forward-looking guidance the company provides about future performance. These are the numbers that often drive stock prices and investor confidence. For Simulations Plus, which is a company focused on drug discovery and development software, financial health is directly tied to their ability to innovate and serve their clients in the pharmaceutical and biotechnology sectors. Strong financials mean they can invest in research and development, expand their product offerings, and attract and retain top talent. Weak financials could mean the opposite, leading to slower growth and a less competitive position. While we don't have the actual numbers directly in front of us in this specific filing, the crucial point is that the press release and investor presentation are the places to find them. These documents would typically reveal details about customer acquisition, revenue streams from their software licenses and services, and perhaps mention any new product developments or market trends that are impacting their business. Looking past the typical PR speak, we'd want to see if their revenue growth is keeping pace with their expenses. Are they acquiring new customers efficiently? Is their recurring revenue strong, indicating a stable business model? Any slowdown in customer adoption or increased competition could put pressure on their profitability. One of the main risks for a software company like this is the rapid pace of technological change. They need to constantly update their software to stay competitive and meet the evolving needs of their clients. If they fall behind, clients might look elsewhere. Another risk is the cyclical nature of R&D spending in the pharma and biotech industries. If those sectors face downturns, it could impact Simulations Plus's sales. So to summarize, Simulations Plus has announced its third quarter results and held an investor call. The specifics of their financial performance are in the reference press release and presentation. These are the documents to scrutinize for revenue, profit, and any forward-looking statements that could signal future growth or challenges. The company's success hinges on its ability to innovate in its specialized software market and adapt to the dynamic needs of the pharmaceutical and biotech industries. Now, looking at Simulations Plus, specifically based on the structure of this filing, they've released their quarterly results and shared this information with investors. Our takeaway is that this is a routine but important update for shareholders. The real story, the numbers that show whether they are winning or losing, are in those other documents they've linked. Without those, it's hard to give a deep financial opinion, but the fact they are communicating these results and holding calls is standard practice for a publicly traded company. What's your take on these types of corporate announcements? Do you find them helpful or too full of jargon? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, give this video a like and subscribe for more, and definitely join our Discord community where we can dissect these reports together. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.